Welcome back to East Texas Now. Of course, I'm Jeremy Butler. We're here with Stacy Sanders from Hospice of East Texas in the Business Break. Stacy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jeremy. It's nice to be here with you.
Thank you for joining us. So we're talking about, again, Hospice of East Texas. Tell us about the organization and what it actually does.
Absolutely. The Hospice of East Texas is a nonprofit organization, and we thrive and seek to enhance the quality of life of patients and families with a life-limiting illness, and then assist those bereaved family members with comprehensive, compassionate, coordinated care and support.
So are there any misconceptions about what hospice care actually is and does, or what it isn't and doesn't do?
There are several misconceptions about hospice, and one is that hospice is a place. Hospice is not a place, and it certainly isn't a place where you go to die.
Right.
We do have an inpatient facility where we serve patients, but the majority of our patients are in their home. And by home, I mean that could be a mansion on the hill, it could be a tent in the woods, it could be a facility. So wherever that patient lays their head, that's where our team of experts go to serve.
Now, as far as you specifically, what's your role in the organization?
I am the Director of Chaplain and Bereavement Services. And so I'm administratively responsible for those two departments. And then as a chaplain myself and a bereavement specialist, I operate in those roles in each of those departments also.
There's lots of organizations in the area that do hospice care. What makes Hospice of East Texas different from the other ones?
Jeremy, that's a great question. And the first thing I'd like to point to is that the Hospice of East Texas is a nonprofit organization. So we're not driven by a revenue stream. We're driven by compassionate patient care and support of those families, first and foremost in my mind and heart. As I spoke about earlier, we also have an inpatient unit for patients that need more attention and maybe changes in their medication, things that can't take place in the home. We have the ability to bring those patients to our home place and be able to address that there on a 24/7 basis with doctors and nurses and aides and social workers and chaplains and volunteers. And then many times they're able to then go back home and continue their service there at home. One of the things also that is very unique and special about the Hospice of East Texas is we have a pediatric team, and we're one of the few that serves PDs, and we do that also at home place, and we do that also in that family's home as well. We are also very thankful for and desperately appreciate the service of our volunteers, and we believe that they are all just top notch. And I think probably the final thing for me would be the heart of the team, the Hospice of East Texas. We do what we do because we believe that that's what we're called to do, and we're thankful that we're able to do it for anyone and everyone that we come across in what we do there at Hospice.
So you mentioned the volunteers, and if somebody's watching this right now and thinks, you know what, that's a great place for me to be, that'd be a great fit for me, how can I get involved? How would they go about getting involved?
I think the first thing to do would be to simply call the Hospice of East Texas main line and ask to speak with our Director of Volunteers, our primary volunteer coordinator, and they can share with that individual the training and about how long that takes, and then also the different opportunities that we have for our volunteers, both in homes and also at home place.
Now, a question that I'm just curious about, if somebody is in need of the services, because it's a nonprofit organization, what should they know before contacting you as far as insurance goes, as far as getting that set up?
Again, a great question. We take Medicaid, Medicare, and private insurance. But the beautiful thing about the Hospice of East Texas, say someone my age, I'm 57 years old, and if I had a life-limiting illness and I was no longer able to work, I wouldn't have private insurance.
Right.
Probably wouldn't have lots of money saved, and certainly wouldn't have Medicaid or Medicare. And the beautiful thing is that we can serve that patient and that family with a full team of experts and all the things that that patient needs in their home or if they're at home place. And we can do that, and that patient and that family never sees a bill.
Excellent. Mr. Sanders, thank you so much for talking to us here in the Business Break. We appreciate your work with Hospice of East Texas. We appreciate you guys for watching us here. We'll be back with more on East Texas Now.